a little bit more about what whoever it is that invited you wanted you to hear about. So let's dive right in. My name is Rachel Garcia. I'm coming to you from Jacksonville, Florida, where I live with my husband and our two boys. And I'm going to be sharing some information with you that I learned about 15 years ago tonight. And that information radically changed our lives. And so I'm hoping that you guys are able to take a look at this. And I've learned in the past couple of weeks in sharing this information online that with Zoom, it doesn't always share the way that we want it to share. So I'm just going to double check to make sure that you guys can see all of my screen and to make sure that we don't have any problems with the sharing. Okay, it looks like we're good. Okay, so welcome everyone. My name is Rachel Garcia. As I said, I'm coming to you live from Jacksonville, Florida, where I live with my husband and our two boys, and I'm giving you some information that I know could be life-changing for you and your family. I was first introduced to this company 15 years ago. At the time, I was practicing medicine full-time as a physician assistant, and I had a 3-year-old, and my nephew was also 3. My nephew did not speak. We were told he would never speak. He screamed all day long. He also wasn't potty trained. It took us a number of months to get in with the pediatrician, the specialist here in Jacksonville, to find out what was going on. And as a physician assistant who was practicing medicine full-time at that stage of my life, I did not know anything really about what was happening with him. It was not like anything I'd seen before. And so we go to see the pediatrician, and he says to my sister, "Your son will never speak. He will never have more than the mind of a 3-year-old. He has severe autism." And as she's sobbing next to me, I have a lot of questions. I have a master's degree in clinical medical sciences. I wanted to know what it was. Why did he have it? Was it vaccines? Was it genetic? What was going on? And my research led me to understand that what we put into our bodies is very important. It was like opening Pandora's box when I started researching the clinical studies published on autism and what they believed was causing it. And once I began to understand the importance of nutrition, which I did not learn in medical school, I started trying to do the nutrition thing on my own. I was spending a lot of money at the health food store. We started a garden in our backyard. I had one of those massive juicers. And I was trying. I was working 12 to 14 hours a day. I saw 60 to 70 patients a day. I wrote 200 prescriptions a day. I was trying, and I was failing miserably when my brothers called me and said, "Hey, we've got this company. We want you to take a look at it. We know you're really into nutrition. Will you put your eyes on it?" And I agreed to do that. And within a couple of, I guess 30 minutes was the presentation I watched that night 15 years ago. I knew within minutes, like what this company has is good. They've been using it for 30 years in a clinical practice. They were using this philosophy of cleanse your body of the toxins and pour plant-based nutrition in. And this was, by the way, this was Healthy Me right here. This is Healthy Me. I just finished spending $3,000 with a personal trainer. I'd lost 3 pounds. I couldn't get the weight off. We were doing all this healthy stuff. Nothing was working. And so when I saw this presentation that I'm about to share with you, I said, this is good. I am in. I'm sick of going to the health food store. I'm sick of wasting my money, but I know as a mom and as a PA who'd done all this research, the importance of nutrition. And so I called my brothers and said, "I'm in, give me everything this company has." And we started to see massive changes within a week in our health. Now, most people that are in their early 30s, late 20s aren't struggling with health issues. I was struggling with sleep. I had a really hard time sleeping. My 3-year-old in the stroller had a hard time pooping. My husband had severe anger and depression issues. 3 months later, I'd lost the pounds that I was trying so hard to get off with just this simple adding this nutrition to my regimen every single day. I'm going to walk you through this in a little while. My husband also was struggling with his weight. But more importantly, I would say his mind. He was struggling with depression. He was struggling with anger issues. And within 6 weeks, there were no more extreme angry outbursts when I got home at night. There were no more crying, depressive situations. It was smooth and easy, which I'm going to tell you right now was marriage saving. We were at 10 years at this point of our marriage. We just crossed the 26-year mark. So I will tell you that adding this supplementation and getting the toxins out had a massive change in the way we interacted as a couple. The biggest change in our family was my nephew. He began speaking 3 months after we gave this regimen to him, after he started cleansing, balancing, and building. And we had been told he would never speak. He went to kindergarten, a mainstream kindergarten. He just graduated from high school this past May. He's still on the spectrum. He still has autism, but he can communicate and he gives the best hugs ever. So this caused me to say, what the heck is this? Where did it come from? Why don't I know about it? How come everybody isn't talking about it? And again, I went back to the fact that it was used in a clinical practice for 30 years. And I said, 30 years is a long time. I cannot out-research that. I'd seen the results in my own household. And so I did a small little grassroots study with a pediatrician friend of mine and 37 children who were either on the spectrum or struggled with ADHD or had obsessive compulsive disorder, and one little 9-year-old girl who had like 250 cholesterol, total cholesterol. And so we did a little study, and the results caused me to say, okay, I've got to share this with the world. And so I've now been sharing it for 15 years. See, when the company started, there was a 3-year waiting list for people to get into this clinic and get this cleanse, balance, build philosophy. And they said, we're going to start a company, but we're just going to spread it by word of mouth, which quite frankly, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't my brothers who called me and said, hey, we want you to look at this. Every day a patient would try to get me to look at something they were selling. Or if I walked into Whole Foods, they were trying to sell me the calcium special of the week. I'm here today because my brother, someone that I love, said, hey, we want you to take a look at this. And here's what I know after 20 years of practicing medicine and 15 years of sharing this message, that the majority of the health issues we face, I don't care what you're struggling with in your house, insomnia, migraines, eczema, allergies, depression, anxiety. What is it? What is it that you're struggling with? High cholesterol, high blood pressure. I believe with all of my heart that the majority of the health issues we face are the result of these 3 things, and they can be fixed. Okay. It's all about what you put into your body. We're toxic. We're drinking out of plastic water bottles. We all know this. We're eating food that's been sprayed with chemicals. Our cancer rates are soaring like they've never soared. It's not mainstream media. They don't tell us these things, but open your eyes, go look at the statistics. Something is off. Okay. So what's going on? We are being poisoned. We got to get the toxins out, guys. We're out of balance. We consume too much sugar. We are staring at the screens way too much. We don't exercise enough. We don't get enough sleep. And on top of that, we are nutritionally deficient. We are not getting nutrition from our food supply. The studies are showing it. More than 50% of children are not getting the vitamins and minerals that their little bodies need to grow and function the way they were made to function. And what I found over the years is a lot of people don't care about themselves. Like, I don't think I'm here because I had 36 pounds of weight loss and my sleep resolved. I'm here because of my nephew's result. I'm here because of the children in my household saw drastic changes. We'll drag our bodies through hell and not even pay attention to what's going on. But I want you to wake up and realize that what you put into your body has a significant impact on how you live the years in the future. Many of you know this already, so you're supplementing. You spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on supplementation that you don't use, you don't travel with. And if you are taking supplements and your lab work doesn't show it, and you can't tell when you take it, and you can't tell when you don't, and you don't travel with it, something's off. You should consider switching. We offer a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. Now, let me be clear. I do not work for the company. I am so passionate about what this company offers, and the only way that it's spread is by word of mouth. So someone invited you to take a look at this tonight. They're probably not very good at presenting. I've been presenting now for 15 years. My goal is to make sure that everybody knows that good nutrition doesn't have to be expensive. It's affordable. It works. You should see results, and there's a guarantee. Now, some people say, oh, we can just eat healthy. I just eat healthy. No, guys, for over a decade now, we've known you can't just eat healthy anymore. 2010, there were a number of studies that came out showing that you would essentially have to eat 8 oranges, 80 cups of spinach, 99 ears of corn, and 2 cups of wheat to get the same nutrition that our grandparents got from one of each of those things. Eating healthy, the organic gardens, it's not enough anymore. Plus, half the country, there's snow on the ground for half the year. You can't eat your way out of this situation. You need to be supplementing. The answer is this 3-tiered approach. Cleanse your body of the toxins, balance out your pH, your hormone levels, your sleep, your exercise, and build your trillions of cells up that are screaming for nutrition with live, whole, raw plant nutrition, okay? People ask me all the time, what do you eat? I'm like, I eat a lot. You're going to hear from my trainer here in just a minute. I eat a lot, but I also I'm getting supplementation so that my body can work the way it's made to work, so that the 7 channels we eliminate through our lungs, our liver, our skin, our lymphatic system, kidneys, blood, and intestines, they're all eliminatory channels that they need to be cleansed, kind of like taking your car in for the oil change. The lights are going off. It's time. My lights are going off right now in my car. It's time to take it in. If I don't every 10,000 miles, it will not make it 200,000 miles. So I take it in so they can cleanse all the stuff out and put new stuff in. When was the last time you did that for your body? For your one irreplaceable asset? Yes, I'm talking about a cleanse. I'm not talking about not eating anything for 30 days. I'm talking about cleansing your body for 30 days with a 30-second routine in the morning and a 30-second routine at night. It's powerful, guys. We have medical doctors all over the country who are recommending it in their offices. We have a wellness advisory panel, and many of our products are in the physician's desk reference. For those of you who don't know, that's what I used for 20 years when I was writing the 200 prescriptions a day. And now I very proudly and excitedly say we over-medicate here in the United States. If you want to know why we over-medicate, read the book, The Truth About Cancer, and you will understand the relationship between the pharmaceutical industries and the medical schools and why we were taught in medical school the importance of writing prescriptions. It's not supposed to be that way. This is the Core Plus. These are the 7 products that if you use every day for 30 days, you will service your body the way it's meant to be serviced. Not getting a CAT scan and MRI and lab work and writing you some prescriptions, but cleansing the toxins out with our organic sulfur that cleanses out the liver, with that little green bottle that cleanses the 7 channels you eliminate through, with our Mila, which is omega-3s and high insoluble and soluble fiber that cleanses out the intestinal tract while de-inflaming everything inside your body. The most comprehensive vitamin we have on the planet is Daily Build, with whole raw food nutrition that's in your cells within 18 minutes of consuming it. And the calcium perfectly combined with magnesium, vitamin K, and vitamin D that is not in the form of cow's milk, but plant-based calcium. I could go on about what you see on the screen, but there's a video that your friend who invited you can share with you that will give you the information that you need. Okay, so here's our superfruits. If you are over 40, if you are on prescription medications, if you don't feel good, do the Core Complete. Don't just do the 30-day servicing, the Core Plus. Add on the superfruits, which have been used for thousands of years in the areas where they're grown and have been used and studied in the US here for 3 to 4 decades to treat medicinally. Instead of medicinally, with whole raw food nutrition and superfruits, specific things that many people over the age of 40 struggle with and are on prescriptions for. Here's the 6 things that the average person sees in 30 days of adding this supplementation in the morning and adding it in at night. And I'm going to show you how my boys take this every single day. Better sleep. I noticed this in days. More energy. I noticed this in days. Less pain. I was in my early 30s when I started, so pain wasn't really a thing. I'm now 48, I think, about to be 49, and I can tell when I do not take my supplementation every single morning. Most people are struggling with pain every day. They're walking around with some sort of pill bottle to combat that. Those pill bottles, we can see in your lab work, in your kidney lab work and in your liver lab work, if you take a lot of those pills on a regular basis. Let's combat it naturally with plant-based nutrition that is not harmful. Better bowel habits. This is one of the biggest problems in the United States, whether you go too much or too little. Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, IBS, leaky gut, it goes on, all the issues that we have. Better bowel habits within 30 days, smooth and easy like a Wendy's Frosty. That's what it should be. Better mood. Okay, so whether you go down in the depths of despair, whether you struggle with anxiety and that causes you to have mood issues, you probably won't notice your mood change, but everyone around you will. And weight loss. Now, I only lost 3 pounds my first month. I lost the other 32, 33 pounds the following month. There's a lot of people who notice the change in weight the first month. We also have a weight loss program, which I'll talk about. But I mentioned earlier, my boys have been taking this since they were toddlers. People say all the time, how do they get all this in? It looks hard. It looks like a lot. Can't you just give me a gummy vitamin? Gummy vitamins that don't work are no good. Don't waste your money on gummy vitamins. We do shots or smoothies in our house. We literally pour the juices. We shoot them back. My kids now teach and train on the nutrition. They ask for the nutrition, and this is the smoothie that we make in our household every single morning. 30 seconds of nutrition to literally cleanse, balance, and build your body. So these are my boys now. They're bodybuilders in their own right, and they're asked everywhere they go what it is that they consume. This is a text from my older son who's up at Clemson above asking, Mom, can you send me these supplements this week? But I'm going to pause for just a minute and actually bring on my trainer. I hired a trainer approximately, gosh, how Armando will tell us, probably about just over a year ago, because I had been struggling and trying so hard to get, I wanted to look like I worked out, and I was trying to do it all on my own, and I was just struggling. And I finally was like, you know what? I know Armando. I'm going to hire him to train me and sculpt my body like he has sculpted his body. Now, before I actually pull him up, I want to show you guys something. He just competed and won this competition this past weekend. The Charlotte, he's going to say it better than I am, the Charlotte Pro NPC Cup. This is a massive deal, massive deal. And so it was really cool for me when he decided that he wanted to not only consume the products, but share it with others. And so he's somebody who knows what you should be consuming. He can tell when he takes it. He can tell when he don't. So I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to bring Armando up so that you guys can hear from him. Why does he consume these products? Why does he recommend these products? It's always good to hear from professionals, I think, in a lot of different areas. And I'm going to start bringing on some of the doctors as well. But tonight, you guys are getting to hear from Armando, who is a pro bodybuilder, talking about why he loves these products and why he recommends them to others. So Armando, I see that you're there. Let's see if I can't pull up your, there you are.
Hello.
All right. Thanks for being on and sharing, being willing to share with everybody why you love this stuff.
Of course. Well, first and foremost, thank you for the introduction. But yeah, no, like Rachel said, I love these products, and what I really notice about these products is during this prep, when you're prepping for a competition, there's a lot of things that you can't take because of, a lot of things have sugar, carbohydrates, and prepping for a competition, it's very strict. Um, so, and the training that goes into it is very strenuous. So I'm just going to highlight some products that I used during this process that I felt helped tremendously during it. Sulfur was one of them. That helped, keep my pain away. I don't, I've said it before. I've had bad knees over the years of heavy lifting, and sulfur has helped me with my knees and my back. Well, taking the sulfur during this prep, I wasn't having any issues. And then the other product is calcium. I usually get really bad leg cramps when I'm training, real hard, specifically in the quads. I mean, like cramps to where I'd have to like fall to the ground. Well, taking calcium every night, I didn't experience that at all. There's another product, Mila. Um, as you get leaner, and it becomes harder to go to the bathroom, specifically like, a week out when you start the drying process, and you're dehydrated, it becomes very hard to go poop. I've had to use what's it called? Uh,
Miralax.
yes,
Miralax? Yeah.
no, the suppositories to use the bathroom. One week out. Well, this time I didn't. So that was nice. Then you have no energy really during a prep, especially like towards the last few weeks. So I was consuming energy throughout the whole process. Also, I still continue to personal train and do my coaching business. So being on my feet all day, takes a lot out of you, especially when you're like in a caloric deficit. I mean, you really feel, how bad standing up. I mean, like a normal person standing up all day probably doesn't really, you don't really notice how tired that you can be. But when you're in a caloric deficit, you're training as hard as it's required to to compete at this elite level. um, Standing up wears you out. So, energy helped me through the morning. And then I was actually telling Rachel when we came out with this new coffee with the cordyceps, I started using just the black, not the caramel. But because in the afternoon, man, it was like to the point where I was so beat down and so like I had no energy. My brain, that's another thing when you're so depleted. I'm talking like, below 5% body fat. Your brain doesn't function like it normally does. You have memory problems. I mean, your brain fog is like out of this world. I mean, there's simple things that on a daily basis. I mean, you forget. You're just not functioning like you normally do. So I would consume the coffee before going back in for my afternoon training clients. And I honestly, the coffee saved my life. Because I think that the last few weeks, if I didn't have this coffee, that I probably wouldn't have gone in to train my clients towards the end. So, and then the neuro boost helped me with the brain fog. I started taking that, and I just, I mean, I felt this prep. I felt the best. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was definitely hard, but I just felt like I didn't feel like I have in the past, and I'm sure you guys don't really know or have any idea, but you feel like crap. I mean, I tell Rachel, you literally feel like you're walking, like you're dead and just walking, if that makes sense. But this time it was different. I was able to kind of, at least I feel, I was able to kind of hide the way I was feeling, but because I truly feel like these products help me feel different. Yeah, I mean, so I mean, I 100% stand behind these products. Like I was telling Rachel, I just can't, uh, I can't imagine not having these products, and if I were to continue to compete, I would definitely keep these in my regimen. And all my clients that do compete, I'll definitely tell them about these products. Like I said in the beginning, there's a lot of things that you can't take because we the diet that we're on is very strict. I mean, I can't even take some of our GPS line products because of the stuff that it has in it. Some of the stuff has sugar. I mean, it's not that much, but that's just how critical it is. Um, but yeah, I mean, these products are amazing, and I'll stand behind them 1000%.
Awesome. Congratulations on your win. It's amazing. You guys, I was walking around the gym with them in the morning. Everybody's walking up saying, congratulations, congratulations. It's really a huge accomplishment. So
Thank
well
you.
done. Well done. All right, everybody. So just so that you know as well, like the products that Armando is experienced, right? This is not his first show. He has competed multiple times before. And so he's experienced. And for him to say, like, this is what I take, this is why I take it, he has taken a lot of things over the years. This is a big recommendation. He's also the trainer for our sports line. He just mentioned the sports line. We talk about the sports line a lot, specifically with younger athletes who are looking for things that have the informed sports consent certification. Armando is a different level of athlete, as you can tell. So if you have any questions about that at all, reach out to the person who invited you, and they can give you more information on, and I'm going to cut this video down so you've got just that testimony as well. This is just a video of the smoothies that many of us use every single morning. I'm just making sure that it's still going because Zoom just told me that this got cut down, but okay, good. We're still going. This is an example of the smoothie that we use every morning. And then for more information, you guys can go back to the person who invited you, or you can go to purelifechangers.com. We have a whole weight loss regimen, a metabolic reset program. There's a challenge that just started. So if you're looking like this is interesting you, but you want to go a little further, you're ready to stop drinking alcohol, you're ready to stop eating sugar. This is a phenomenal regimen for you. Look at this. Look at Maria's face. Like, it's not just what's happening on the outside. Like, you can tell from the inside, she's literally glowing what has happened when she went through our 6-week detox program. And so there's a lot of options that we have for you. We have a skincare line straight from Korea. In fact, I had run out of the cream. This is a 4-step skincare line. I had run out of the cream and just got it today. I was so happy. This is about $188, the skincare line. It lasts 3.5 months. I used to sell $500 programs that lasted less than 30 days, and it delivers results in 2 to 3 weeks. I just received a text from one of my friends who is a pretty highly followed influencer today, and she said, oh my gosh, my skin is absolutely glowing. She's been doing it for about 3.5 weeks, and she's blown away by the results. And so we have the skincare line straight from Korea. We have the sports line that's huge for athletes, specifically young athletes. We have the supplementation line for the children. We have the detox program, and then of course the Core Plus and the Core Complete. So a lot of different things. I was just pulling out the coffee. My husband and I just got back from a trip. Let's see, is that the next one? Yes, from a trip, a 7-day trip in the Grenadines, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and we had this with us. You just heard Armando talking about the black coffee. It's not just coffee. It's got cordyceps. It's got mushrooms in it. So there's not this jitter. You don't get the jitters. There's no crash. It gives you stamina and focus. And I will tell you, I've been working out with Armando through preps, and he was a different person on this one than he was on the last one that he was on while I was working out with him. And I think he's figured out, like, okay, I know how to take these and what products make the biggest difference with me. The cordyceps in it is powerful. Someone was telling me today, I like my other coffee, it tastes very similar to my other coffee. I'm like, but your other coffee doesn't give you these benefits. So this past 2 weeks, I've been texting people, do you drink coffee? And almost everybody responds, yes, I drink coffee. And I'm like, if I send you a sample of something that you like the taste, there's no jitters, it's less than $1 a cup, would you be open to switching? And I have 75% of those people now, yes, I'm switching. They've all tried it. They're switching over, interested in being a customer with just our coffee. And so that's one of our newest launches that we just have. So again, a lot of different areas of products that you can be a consumer of. We have a testimony site, guys. Ask your friends to add you to this Facebook group where you can type in things like migraines. I think in this example, I do ADHD, and see what other people have posted in regards to these issues they've struggled with and what they've seen, what the results have been. This is a phenomenal place to get information. I will tell you that in the very beginning when I started, my goal was to get everybody with a membership to Pure. So I want you to think of it like having a membership to Costco or Sam's or Amazon, but no membership, no fee. Okay, so you get in the membership club for free, but you get the 25% off retail price discount. Only giving them your email address, essentially. There's no obligation to purchase again. It's a phenomenal program. And so now that is still my goal. But along the way, I'm picking up here and there a few people who, like Armando, like start trying the products and say, oh my gosh, these results are amazing. I'm going to tell people. And now he puts all of his clients on the products as well. So you might not be somebody who chooses to tell anybody, but I do want you to know, if you find that you love the products and you have 20 customers who order 3 products a month, you'll make $1,000 a month. Okay. So there's people along the way who say, yeah, I want that. This isn't going anywhere. We're a 15-year-old company. We didn't start yesterday. Phil Knight, the founder of the largest shoe company in the world with a big swoosh symbol on it, is one of our investors. So they take us on really fancy trips every year if you are one of those people who talk about it. But I want you to be a customer. Like, if that's what you're most interested in, and whoever invited you is telling you about the products and what Armando said and I've said has caught your interest, go to livepure.com, throw what you're most interested in into the shopping cart, and go check out. Core Plus, Core Complete are the 2 most popular packs. If you're looking at getting some of the other options, like in this little pack that I was carried with me through the airport, I've got the Hydrate from the GPS line. This is part of our migraine cocktail. I've got the Energize, also part of our sports line, also part of the migraine cocktail. I've got the coffee. It's all healthy and good for you. And so rather than, giving your kids or consuming the junk that's out there on the market made in high quantity, low quality, this is a really good way to cleanse your body of the toxins and pour good nutrition in. When you go to check out, it's going to say, do you want to be a preferred customer or brand partner? Most of you probably want to be a preferred customer. Choose that option. and be sure to put in the name of the person who invited you. You'll get 25% off. You get benefits from repeat purchasing. If you end up loving the products and you want to purchase on a monthly basis, sign up for the subscription program. You get 20% back in free products. If you're going to order every month, it's like flying. Like I fly all the time. I use my frequent flyer number because I get free miles. Like you never repeat order without using your membership number. Okay. So, but if you're sitting here and you're thinking, I know people who need to hear this, or I'm interested in earning extra money. My goal is to help everybody who gets started learn how to use 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week to make $1,000 a month, locked in $1,000 a month, 3 months after getting started. We have a training site where you can learn everything you need to learn online. And listen, a lot of people look at me and go, oh, you've been doing it 15 years. Of course you can make this money. Listen, we have people joining all the time who knock it out of the park. Look, this couple made $7,200 their first 2 weeks, and by the end of the month, they made $15,000. We have couples who this guy, Skip Hendricks, did work with Phil Knight years ago. And when he saw it, his wife was exiting this job where she was out of the house for over half of the year. She missed out on her girls growing up, elementary school and middle school, and said, I'm not going to miss their high school years. I don't know what I'm going to do for money, but I'm not going to miss out anymore. And she found Pure at just that time, and it radically changed their lives. And Skip was the one who saw it because he said, I've done business with that man. He's the 34th wealthiest man in the world. If he's invested in this business, it must be good. They made 30,000 their first 9 weeks and have gone on to be one of the company's top earners. One of the first people they called was their friend Cozy, who just lost her husband to cancer, was raising their 4 kids by herself. Cozy sat down, started inviting people to watch a presentation like this, and over $30,000 in her first 12 weeks of getting started. This couple also sat down and called over 50 people on a Sunday afternoon and said, you've got to watch this presentation. In fact, 13 people got started with the products from those 50 that they invited. 20 watched, 13 got started with the products, and 3 got started with the business. And as a result of that, they'd made $102,000 6 months later. Does everybody do that? No. Joshua was extremely coachable. He sat down and started calling a lot of people, and they paid off $30,000 of credit card debt in 5 weeks of getting started with Pure. And now they keep making weekly checks, and they've invested in 12 passive income real estate properties. Do you have passive income? Do you have real estate properties? Do you want to get those things and don't have them? How do you get started? How do you get the capital to do that? I've been seeing lately all of these online things trying to teach you how to get free money from credit cards and credit lines. Well, you got to pay it back at some point or another. So how are you going to do that? This, you guys, is a legitimate way to create an additional income stream. And the company is just saying, thank you so much for getting the word out. We chose to do referral marketing instead of paying marketing firms to get the information out. They're paying us to open our mouths and talk about it. So first, people just want to be customers. But if you want to earn extra income, guys, what I said earlier, 20 customers ordering just 3 products a month. And maybe it's the coffee, maybe it's the migraine cocktail, the coffee, the Energize, and the Adapt. Maybe that's all you want. And you've got 20 people who do that. $1,000 a month is what they'll pay you. Before you know it, you'll have customers who turn into brand partners. And if you can find 2 people who choose to partner with us, I train them, my leaders and I train them. We teach them exactly what to do. We have an online system. If you can find 2 people who plug in with us and choose to share this with others, your income can be radically, radically changed very, very quickly. I love to show this diagram because I want you to think about 2 people, number 1, and recognize that the sooner you join, the more you will benefit from the other people that your friend tells. Whoever invited you today probably invited at least 10. If you join now, you'll be like Pat, who gets benefits from Janet's orders and Natasha's orders and Chris's orders, people she doesn't even know, right? But the person who invited you only has 2 places to put people. So Pat's going to have people joining her team. And Janet's orders go into a savings account for Pat that she can cash in on once she chooses to start sharing it with others. But I like to address the pyramid question. I heard it twice in the pool while we were in the Grenadines. Isn't it a pyramid? What is that? You mean like your job? Where the person at the top gets paid all the money? I mean, I literally said this in the pool. You mean like my old job where the doctor that I worked for made all the money, and then his CFO, and then the other doctors, and then the PAs, and then the nurses, and then the secretaries. And the nurses and secretaries can never make as much as the doctor and the CFO. You mean like that? It's the opposite. I make more than the person who told me and the person who told them, and you can make more than me, and I will help you do it. I don't know how big of a mouth you have. I don't know how many people you're going to tell. I don't know what your influence level is. I don't know how coachable you are, or how well you follow a system. Does everybody make a lot of money? Absolutely not. For the same reason that 500 people join gyms in Jacksonville in my little area here every January, and 3 months later only 50 of them are left. Why is that? Why is that? It's the same reason why not everybody does well in this sort of a system. But if you're looking for a way to create additional income and you can find 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, your world can change forever. There's no cap to what you can make. So you get started for $49 as a brand partner. You then decide what you're going to order on a monthly basis. Do you have to order every month? No, you don't. You don't have to do anything. The overhead per month is about $135. That's 3 products a month. You should be spending that on your health already anyways. If you're not, you're gonna pay for it sooner or later. Okay. But if you have a customer, Aunt Betty, who orders 3 products a month, you don't have to buy anything. And then you go place your first order. Now, let me just tell you, shipping in the United States is expensive. If you come in with one of our brand partner packages, shipping is free. The $49 is waived. I recommend one of our business packages. You can start with the Core Plus as a brand partner. You can start with that 30-day servicing for $289, less than $10 a day, $49 for the brand partner package, and get plugged into our online training. If you're serious about building a business, the most you can spend here is $2,500. The most you can spend. And you get the shipping waived, and you get the brand partner $49 fee waived, but you also get access to our VIP Q&A calls. You get access to our VIP Life Changer training tips. You get additional bonuses that the company offers you. So if you're going to do it, guys, just do it. Just decide you're going to make your money back in 30 days. We do all the training to teach you exactly how to make that money back. The VIP Wellness or the VIP Weight Loss Package are my 2 favorites if you're going to come in and do the business. It gives you everything. It gives you the skincare. It gives you the coffee. It gives you the weight loss program. It gives you the sports line. It gives you the Core Plus and the Core Complete. It gives you the immune boosting and what you need for the kids. It gives you everything. And I came in with one of those packages because it wasn't just for me, it was for my whole family. So go to livepure.com, throw what you want into the shopping cart, check out, choose to be a brand partner if that's your thing, enter the name of the person who invited you, and off we go. There's a cruise on the line. We travel so much for free. In the beginning, it was just my husband and I traveling. Now we have helped over 100 couples earn free trips. This is over 40 who went to Italy with us 2 years ago. This is over 50 who went to Greece with us. This past year, we stayed at the same hotel that George Clooney was at just a couple days before us. So these are massive, massive trips. The next trip is to Switzerland in September. You join us today, you can totally be with us in Switzerland. Again, I don't know what your work ethic is. I don't know how coachable you are. I don't know how much time you're going to put into this. But if you choose to follow the system we have in place, the sky is the limit. I do know this. If you don't change, it will change. So thanks so much for taking a look, guys. I will stay on for just a minute to see if anybody has any questions at all. This is something that I do every single Monday night that I'm in town. I was out of the country last Monday night, but I'm back. And so if anybody has any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm going to stop the recording. There's a little Q&A button down at the bottom.